Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome or welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today we're making garlic knots. Now, what can I say about this great bread dish? They are eye-catching, they smell amazing, and they taste even better. They have a perfect crispy exterior with a light, airy inside. Give this recipe a try on your next Italian night. So, let's get started. All right, let's dive right into this recipe. In the bowl of a stand mixer, we're going to add in 1 1/3 cups worth of warm water that's been heated to about 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 to 43 degrees Celsius. We're also going to add in 2 1/4 teaspoons worth of, in my opinion, my favorite, Red Star Platinum yeast, or about 1 standard packet, and also 1 tablespoon's worth of granulated white sugar. Give those a mix and then allow this to rest covered for about 5 minutes. After that time is up, we want to add in 2 tablespoons worth of olive oil, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 3/4 cups worth of flour that's been spooned and leveled. Use a paddle attachment to whisk these ingredients together first for about 15 seconds. And then after that 15 seconds, we want to add in the remaining flour for this recipe, which will be another 1.75 cups worth of all-purpose flour. Whisking this on low speed for about 2 minutes or until the dough has just formed. Once the dough is formed on a lightly floured surface with floured hands, you want to knead the dough for about 3 to 4 minutes. A sign that the dough is ready to rise is that when you press your finger into the dough, it'll slowly rise back up. You want to lightly grease a large bowl with a non-stick spray, and you want to place the dough inside the bowl and make sure it gets coated evenly amongst the oil. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and allow the dough to rise for about 2 hours or until the dough has doubled in size. And when it's close to doubling, we want to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 204 degrees Celsius. When the dough is ready, you want to punch the dough down to release all that trapped air. And on a lightly floured working surface, we want to roll the dough out into roughly a 16-inch by 5-inch rectangle. These measurements don't have to be exact, you just want to aim for that length and width. Now you want to use a dough cutter and create 16 1-inch wide slices from this dough. You want to roll these slices of dough into 8-inch long ropes. Tie the dough into a simple knot. You want to tuck the 2 ends of the dough at the base of the knot and then pinch them into place. You want to repeat this process for all 16 pieces of dough until all of our knots have been formed. You want to transfer these to a parchment paper lined baking sheet. Lightly cover the knots with plastic wrap and let them rest and slightly rise for 30 minutes. Now separately in a small bowl, we want to add in 5 tablespoons worth of melted unsalted butter with 3 garlic cloves that have been minced, 1 teaspoon's worth of Italian seasoning, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisking those together until they're well combined. Brush this mix over the top of the garlic knots. You want to reserve some of this mix for after the baking process. Transfer these to the oven and bake these garlic knots for 20 to 22 minutes or until they are golden brown on top. Remove them from the oven and brush the remaining topping mixture over the garlic knots. Finally, we want to garnish these garlic knots with some grated Parmesan cheese. In total, you'll need about 1/4 cup's worth, and freshly chopped parsley. For this recipe, about 2 tablespoons worth of freshly chopped parsley will be enough. And with that final garnish, these are ready to be served and enjoyed. Congrats, you've made garlic knots right at home. These, in my opinion, are best served with marinara sauce. You can freeze the garlic knots prior to baking, and these can be made way in advance. You can place them into a freezer bag, and these can be frozen for up to 3 months prior to baking. But when you do try this at home, be sure to tag me at Chef Vic Cuisine or hashtag Chef Vic Cuisine so I can see your great takes on this dish. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 3, Upgrading Your Inner Chef. That's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in my description box. And feel free to click the pop-up on your screen for more information on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make this dish, and if you did, make sure you smash that like button for me. It's one of the best ways to show support for the channel. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button too so you never miss out on a new video. And if you enjoyed this recipe as much as I enjoyed showing it to you, feel free to share this with all your family and friends. And stay tuned for next week where I show you how to make a really healthy and tasty salad, my chef salad. It's really easy to make and I can't wait to show you. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You can always check out my videos on my page now. YouTube thinks you like these videos, so let's see if they're right. And I'll catch you next time on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.